Today is 9/11, the 13th anniversary of the worst terrorist attack on American soil. And I believe that Nostradamus did predict that, just like he may have predicted an outbreak of a virus like this. What Nostradamus said about a worldwide pandemic was, he called it that there will be a thing called Samberlin, and it's a weird phrase with two words, and it means a seed pod with wings, which could be either a bird or an airplane. He also predicted it would rain blood, milk, and toads. Now that may sound weird, but if you break it down, when birds, and I've painted a lot of houses where I've seen this, when birds are sick, what they do when they defecate is it's white, and when they're sick they have blood with it, and they also have this black stuff. Anyway, that could be a transmitter of the avian flu or whatever's coming down the pike. And then Nostradamus predicted that the plague will be so widespread that we will be eating roots of trees, and that the grass will grow knee high, and no one will even know who owns the properties because no one's left. Now, in order to solve this Ebola crisis, which they've tried to do for 30 years, like I said, I bought this book in 1994. This is the first edition, and I've studied this for years because I've been waiting for it to happen, and hopefully it's not happening. Hopefully it will be contained and it will die out, and we can go on with our lives, hopefully, but who knows. But in order to solve the Ebola, we have to find the vector. We have to find what this virus is living with in Africa, where it's broken out, and not killing the host. Now, according to my pattern research, which I've used on a lot of the world's mysteries, if you look at my playlist, you'll see there's a lot of great mysteries that I've solved using it around the world, ancient mysteries. I think that it is a mammal that has got a very, very slow metabolism. That's what I think. And something that man runs into every once in a while. So I'm thinking it's going to be the African pygmy tree sloth that moves very slowly. Now, the African pygmy racing sloth, which can do the quarter mile in about 6.5 months, could be another candidate. But the CDC, or Centers of Disease Control, which never lets a good crisis go to waste, and our government needs to find what this thing is living with. It cannot live by itself. It has to have a host. And somewhere there is a vector or a living host that this virus resides in, and it's not killing it. And what we do is we run into this living host, or they do in Africa inadvertently every once in a while, and the virus goes to the human, and then the human, of course, runs to the nearest hospital and infects everybody else, which is human nature. So hopefully this is not the end of the world, but who knows? all I can say for sure is that we can't bring this into America. We can't bring this into any country that doesn't have it. It is super deadly. There is no cure. And whatever you read on the news is total bullshit, okay? These doctors that had Ebola and they're fine, they probably didn't have it. That's all I can think, because there is no cure. If you catch it, you might get cured in heaven, but that's about it. And one other thing is, I have a very religious wife who talks about the end of the world and Armageddon and when God comes back and all this. And I've told her, I've said, look, honey, you know, whatever you think in your mind that the scenario that is going to play out, it may happen, and it may happen in your lifetime, but it will not happen like you think. And this is what could be happening. So hopefully, this Ebola virus, which is a terrifying true story, which is playing out right now, is not. Like I said, hopefully it's not what Nostradamus predicts, which is the end of the world. Thank you.